Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In this video we're going to take a look at the Star Wars Vintage Collection, a character affectionately known as Hammerhead.
Welcome to the party, pal!
Alright, so let's quickly take a look at the packaging like we always do. And as you can see here, this is one of the deluxe figures with the oversized card backs. One of the last ones, as they've now gone away from this. And great image of the character. Star Wars racetrack does have sort of the New Hope artwork there. Very cool, big bubble, very deep. It's got to be to get Hammerhead's head in there. I was gonna try to say that name in the intro, but I just can't do it. I'll try it now. Is it Momaw Nadon? But we know him as Hammerhead. He's always been Hammerhead since I was a kid. Here's some glamour shot of him on the back and a short, brief bio. But very cool. Glad they're getting away from this packaging. I'd rather have it on the regular card back, just like most people. It's not a deal breaker, but I'm glad they're going back. Let's get them open. Okay, guys, so we've got the Hammerhead out of package, and man, he's a lot of fun. Super posable. Um, I think a really good figure. He's as good as everyone said he was. One of the best vintage collection figures this year, all new, and he looks the part. I've been playing around with him for a while. Let's see if I can do it. I mean, first try. This guy has great balance. He can pose. Super articulate. He's got all the new bells and whistles. Um, just a great figure. He's got good size too for a vintage collection figure. He's seems pretty tall for a vintage collection figure. We will be doing a size comparison in a little bit here. But let's talk about accessories first. That was my first impression. He does come with an extra hand, which is nice. It looks like it is the same as this would be his right hand. He's got a left there, and it looks like both of them are actually all three of them, but these two seem to be the best. They all seem to be um, for him to hold his blue milk. So he does have a blue milk accessory as he is seen in the cantina, and it is just a cool little. Oh, it's so small. It's a cool little cup, half blue, half white. So extra hand, cup of blue milk. I believe it's like an E11. There's so many different versions that they give us. This is kind of the old school, kind of, I'd say the cheaper of the versions, the ones that come with the stormtroopers. If I'm right, I don't know my Star Wars blasters by heart, but I think this is E11. Not much to it, solid black, very thin, very skinny. And he's got this staff here. I've seen this staff. I believe this came with the comic 2-pack of Princess Leia, and this was with the Prince Xizor or Ixor. Believe he came with this same staff, so I have seen this staff before, I believe. It's been a long time since I've had that figure out, but not much to it. It's almost like a copper or brass type color, solid. Does have a lot of sculpting on it. Not much to it. A little roundness at the pummel. And then he's got this big blaster which fits in his hand really well, and I think this is just, an homage to the Power of the Force 2 or Power of the Force the original one. um, it's a cool weapon and it fits in his hand well. It's pretty unique to this character, so I am glad we got him. um, it begs the question, of course, if it's deluxe or not. This figure is deluxe. Do these four accessories plus the hand, I guess that's five, does that make this figure deluxe? I don't think so. Is it a good figure? One of the best vintage collection figures of the year? Yes, it is. So, you know, you take your good with your bad. Let's talk more about the figure now. It's got soft goods tunic here at the bottom. This collar or wrap around the neck, it does seem to be a solid piece. It does go down into the neck. So I don't think it's removable. Um, Well, it is probably removable if you pop off the head, but I don't think it's meant to come off. It's not going to really work with any other figure, I don't think. But maybe if you have the Cantina adventure set with the other version of this guy, you could swap these out and create another character or some kind of a variation. Um, so he's got a ball joint at the head. Let's do articulation here. Ball jointed at the shoulders, ball hinged elbow. He's got hinged wrists. This one is up and down. This one is in and out. A nice, good ball joint at the waist. The all important, all necessary ball jointed hips, thigh swivel, hinge at the knee, and a rocker pivot ankle. And these feet are really wide, got single peg hole. So that's where it gets that good balance from. And you can really, like I said, you can really pose this guy up. Um, and he'll almost do anything you want. This is almost as good as it gets at Vintage Collection. You might not like the character, right, or how he looks. He's so odd. A lot of people like the aliens, though. I like the aliens. This guy, he's big, this long snout. There is a lot of sculpting too, I'll say. Vintage Collection isn't really known for like the best sculpting or best paint, but I think in this case they actually did more than they usually do. Move the slide a little bit. I think you can see in sort of the rolls of his skin, there is some black shading in there, and his feet and his toes. There's a lot of sculpting of his flesh, and even on his head. I think that's coming through on the camera. It does have these really tiny, teeny little eyes there. But again, sculpting out throughout the face here. So, and even underneath the chin, I guess that's his chin. There are folds in his clothes as well. So a lot of sculpting in this guy. You could tell they put a lot of effort into him. He's a all modern figure. Um, it's good. It's very, very good. The belt here, he's got some gold on the buckle. Looks like a little rope. He's got a couple of little pouches hanging from the belt. But very good character. I would hope that they could leverage this guy and do give us the the Hammerhead Jedi from the Micro series. I do have that figure. I believe they did it in 30th anniversary original trilogy. One of the other lines they did it. I can't remember which one. I do have it. Um, but it's of that time, with this new articulation, with this new sculpt. I think now we could finally get that character, and he could actually pose the way he should be able to. So that's what I would like to see from this. I'd like to see them leverage this sculpt, leverage this buck, and give us the Jedi Hammerhead scene in the Micro series. I can't imagine they need to do too much more to this guy. The base of the body is there, the arms, the hands, the head is all there. Of course, he'd need maybe a cloak. It wouldn't take much, a lightsaber. I'm sure they've got lots of those lying around. So I'd like to see that. I think that would be the best possible outcome from this. But this is a really good figure. A lot of people I had seen early on when it first came out, some of the guys that were first doing reviews on these, all said how good it was, and they were right. They weren't just hyping it up. I can see that everything that I saw and heard was true. And I think this is a buy. This is a pickup, and it's just unfortunate that he was at that deluxe price, because I know that's going to keep a lot of people from getting him. And even the other version that comes in the Cantina Adventure set, it was a 4-pack from Hasbro Pulse, so it was even more expensive to get that one. Um, but so it's not easy to get this guy. He's not cheap either way you try. But I would like to see them make the Jedi version out of this guy. But a solid figure, just a great figure. Vintage Collection has just been on fire with the new figures, the new sculpts, the new articulation. When they do that, they do it right. There's nothing better. And now just a few really quick size comparisons. I just kind of looked around me and grabbed what was closest. Let's do Acid Rain first. Toys Alliance. This is, I think his name was Umu Kamagaru. Did do a video on him. You can see he's a bit bigger. He's a true 118. Here is a Hiya Toys Viper figure. I just did a video on this guy. See if I can get him to stand. He's got his backpack on and everything, so he's a little back heavy. Just did a video on this guy. I'm not sure it's out yet. Not sure the order of the videos, but he's a big boy. He is in the 118 scale. This is Krang from the Joy Toy Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and you can see he's just towers over these guys. But again, in scale. If I can get him to stand here. See, just massive. And then this is kind of weird. I have all of them out right now. Um, Super 7 Reaction Plus Fatal Fluffy. He's a big guy. He's also a big figure. You can see he's bigger than the Viper. It's bigger than everybody. So as big as Hammerhead is, and he is big for a vintage collection figure, he's pretty tall. I think because of the shape of his head and his eyes there. He's still a true 375 and smaller than most of the 118 figures, other lines. Okay, and in conclusion, I can say, this is one of the best vintage collection figures of the year. Superposable. Alien will work with anything. This guy'd be, honestly, great army builder. You can do anything with this guy. You could probably customize this guy into that Jedi that I was talking about earlier. Great size, great articulation, pretty good character, I should say accessories. Um, Deluxe? I don't know. I don't know if it's deluxe. I don't know if these four accessories here make him deluxe, but he is superposable and one of the best figures. So I think he could have done away with a couple of these accessories and they could have made him just a single carded figure like they've done with the Cantina Adventure set. Um, but you know what? Still worth it. This guy's still worth it, I think, because he is so good. He's all new. They've got to recoup some of that money somehow, and this was their first idea. And if you passed on this, I think you're going to regret it if you're a Star Wars fan. So I'd pick up at least one of these guys and see how it goes. Maybe you pick up that Cantina set, so guarantee yourself one and get the other figures, the Greedo and the other guys with them. So that's the video, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe. Bye now.